Let gaudy mirth, to the blithe carol song, in loose light measured numbers dance along. Thou, Muse, no flowery fancies here display, nor warble with the cheerful lark thy lay in the dark cypress grove, or moss-grown cell, where dreary ravens haunt. Would sorrow dwell where ghosts, that shun the day, come sweeping by, or fix in melancholy frenzy's eye. Yet now she turns her flight to scenes of state, where wealth and grandeur weep the frowns of fate. Wealth, want, rank, power, here each alike partakes. As the shrub bends, the lofty cedar shakes. To her wide view is no contraction known. 'Tis youth, 'tis age, the cottage and the throne. Oh exclamation! Lend thy sad relief, O Dodington! Indulge the righteous grief distant, I've long beheld, in thee, transcend the poet, patron, patriot, and the friend. Thou, who must live in truth's remotest page, form to delight, and dignify an age, whose words, whose manners, and whose mind declare, each grace, each moral, and each muse are there. Accept this poesy, void of venal aim, made sacred by thy royal master's name. But why, O Muse? Our songful hours thy choice lost is the life, whose glory lifts thy voice. George is no more. As at the doomful sound of the last trump, all nature feels the wound, each private, each distinguished virtue bleeds, and what but lamentation long succeeds. Where wilt thou then for apt illusions fly? What eloquence can throbbing grief supply? Late, golden pleasures urge their shining way, with George they flourished, and with George decay. Now dusky woes, or varied scenes extend, groans rise, rocks echo, and chill damps descend. Grief strikes my view with ever weeping eyes. At her wan look, each lively fancy dies in fear, in hope, dull rest, or ruffling storms. Thus woe besets us, though in various forms, that dire event of youth's ungoverned rage, that dear bought knowledge to declining age. In want, in scorn, it haunts an humble state. 'Tis care, 'tis envy, to perplex the great a kingdom's curse. It in dissension brings, or heavier falls. When falls the best of kings' worth it exalts. When aiming to debase, 'tis virtue's triumph, or 'tis guilt's disgrace. It humbles life, yet dignifies our end. Reflection's torment, yet reflection's friend. Then let the muse her meaning notes resume, and pay due sorrows to the hallowed tomb. Was there a glory, yet to greatness known, that not in Brunswick's soul superior shone? Ill fare the man, who, robbed in purple pride, to wound and worth has no relief applied. Benevolence makes power to prudence dear. When pity weeps, what pearl excels the tear? When not one virtue glows to bless mankind, when pride's cold influence petrifies the mind, let the prince blaze with gems. In wisdom's view, an emblem of the rock, where once they grew yet springs gush out, to prove even rocks can flow in rills refreshful to the vales below. Why has he power, and why no heart to cheer? Unseeing eyes, and ears that will not hear. Swift, as his bliss, shall his light name decay, who, self-indulgent, sports his hours away. But, oh! what love, what honor shall he claim, whose joy is bounty, and whose gift is fame? He, truly great, his useful power refines, by him discovered worth exalted shines. Exalted worth, th' enlivening act, repeats, and draws new virtues from obscure retreats. He, as the first, creative influence, praised, smiles o'er the beings, which his bounty raised. Such Dodington, thy royal master shinned, such thou, the image of thy monarch's mind. Nations were ball-anked by his guardian skill, like the Puad planet by the all-powerful who mark the Swede-succored. Mark the spiring Tsar checked are his hopes, and shun the naval war. By George the Austrian eagle learns to tower, while the proud Turk shakes conscious of her power. But when our menaced braves are envied sure, she trembles at the British lion's roar. Trembles, though aided by the force of Spain, and India's wealth. 'Gainst Brunswick, all how vain he bade thy honor, Albion, foremost shine his was the care. Unmeasured bliss was thine, yet oft against his virtue faction rose. An angel, if thy monarch would have foes, come charity, firstborn of virtue's line. Come meek aid mercy from the seat divine. Pure temperance, mistress of a tranquil mind, by whom each sensual passion stands confined. Fixed fortitude, from whom fierce peril flies. By whom, O soul of action, empires rise. Fair justice, author of a godlike reign. Peace, plenty, liberty adorn thy train. Loved prudence, queen of virtues, blissful dame parent, and guide of each illustrious aim. From whose firm step confusion turns in flight, that shapeless spawn of anarchy and night. From whom kind harmony deduct her race, then order, all in one united grace. And thou religion, truest, heavenly friend, whom these alone establish, these defend. Assemble to the wailing muses' call. Weep o'er the clay-cold breast, that held you all. O death, ruse all those terrors to thy aid. Weak fear, or wisest valor vow evade whether foul pestilence and dire array, red war, or pale aid famine point your way. What can you more than kingdoms overthrow with aimed you less, when Brunswick felt the blow? But mark, Augustus, still above thy rage, steps forth to give his second golden age. Ye great Plantagenets, distinguished race, one greater meets you on celestial space, and thou, Nassau, the fairest noblest name even mid the blessed, superior still thy flame behold and equal now. How dare th' embrace? Oh, fly! Present him at the throne of grace. 'Tis done. He's crowned with a resplendent joy, which care shall never dim, nor time destroy. See, from yon golden cloud, amidst a band of angel powers, once patriots of the land, soft leaning o'er Britannia's weeping isle, and shedding sweet, a fond, paternal smile, pointing, the visionary seraph cries, suspend thy tears. Behold a sovereign rise, thy second George, whose reign shall soon disclose all that mine gave, and heaven, in grace bestows. He said. Again, with majesty refined, upwinged to realms of bliss, th' ethereal mind. Finis.